You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 232. Man, getting up there.
I know, right? 232, man. I'm just Ralphie Rose again this week.
Let's go, man. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually on the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
Yep. On Twitter, I'm JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Also, special shout out to WDJY-FM 99.1 in Atlanta.
ATL, ho.
Shout out to OS Gang down there in Georgia. Ah, man, Ralph, just because we here, man.
Round applause for the listeners.
And
man.
for the listener. Another round of applause for the listeners, man. Everybody out there in OS land, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, the mic cut on. I got a little tired. I don't know. I was cool. Like, we had pre-production is usually conversations between me and my brother. We just talk, catch up. And then we started getting the podcast talk. You're like, you know what? We need to cut the mics on.
Right.
Like, you know what? We need to cut the mics on. Let's get to this shit. But I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, I'm cool. It's just, watch, bro. And I acknowledge it.
And ain't nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, man. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with on the weekend. You just at the crib, you with your, your spouse or, got your food or whatever. And you chilling, you watching movies, you catching up on shows, like you catching up on the trends on the TikTok as the trends. Yeah, man. Look, ain't nothing wrong with being in bed by 9-10 p.m. It's nothing wrong with it. I remember being younger and making fun of people doing that.
Listen,
and now I'm here.
I went to bed at 9:00 on a Friday, and I was up by 5:00 Saturday morning. I was just up. I was like,
felt good, didn't it? Look, it's okay.
Unfortunately, like, I was like, let me get to this. Let me get to my day. Like, I ain't got to work today. I'm gonna go to the gym early.
Man, listen,
get the lift in early.
Look, and feel good, don't you?
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm talking about, man. And more watch news. Had PTO this week just because, and helped my mom till her garden. Like, really outside, like being productive. I got some minor house projects done with my time off, and it feels good. I feel accomplished. I feel productive, and I got a chance to rest. So, I mean, it's great. It's great. So I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I have nothing to report. Maybe I'll be better. I'll be better in the pre off the dome talk next week.
Yeah.
But right now,
not right now. Also, we're recording on the off day too. So this is not our usual recording day. So maybe they got something to do with it. But we here. Here. Sometimes you gotta adjust, baby.
Yeah. So what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
This is the earliest we've ever got to off the dome. Right. Probably in recent memory. But I got one for you, bro. Real simple, right? The remix, the art of the remix is so valid. It's so poignant because the original is always the standard, right?
Of course.
And then you get the remix. But you're not. I'm not going where you think I'm going.
I'm listening.
Candy is always like a standard, right? You have Reese's, right?
Okay.
Then they start remixing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's remixes of all these elite candies out here.
Bro, I'm about to say Candy Burst.
Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to Candy. But so pretty much, what is your favorite remix candy? Not the original.
Not the original, but
the offset, the remix.
Remix joint. Ooh.
The remix joint.
That's
because it's so many.
It's
Because every time I come here, I come to a Quick Trip. Shout out to Quick Trip.
man. What
Quick Trip is like, I don't know. Like, maybe Wi-Fi for our East Coast listeners. Quick Trip is definitely prevalent in the South and in the Midwest.
Mhm.
I'm not sure about our West Coast listeners. Anybody that's out that way that's tuning in to OS. But just imagine your favorite gas station. They got all the candies, all the snacks, all the remix snacks.
All the year 2000s.
Oh yeah, shoot your mouth glitter. Pause. Like, they got that. They got all that in there.
Facts. That's funny. My favorite.
Yeah, your favorite, not the original.
Now I don't know if this counts as a remix,
Oh,
but you got a Reese's, right?
Yeah.
You ever heard of the fast break bar?
Yeah.
It's like a Reese's, but it has like the peanut butter and the nougat in it as well.
Nah, that's
not a remix.
No, it is a remix.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
just saying, listen,
The
it could have been the
fast
white
break bar, like that shit is delicious.
Well, let me just get off this PSA. Remix, y'all got it. I mean, Reese's, y'all got all the remixes. It's like, goddamn.
Facts.
Like that white, big cup, pieces,
Yeah.
pretzels. Like they
Ooh.
got the sticks.
I just seen they have the mega Reese's that has potato chip bites in it.
That's crazy. They got the mega cup with the pieces on the inside.
I seen that too.
That's-
I actually want to try that. That look kind of fire.
And then they put creamy peanut butter in there. I was like, oh, y'all just doing too much,
Do it.
boy. Y'all doing
Actually,
too
I
much.
just saw one. I just saw a Reese's that has caramel in it. Yeah. Think
That
about
ain't
it.
nothing but a Carmelo. That's all it is. Hey, y'all.
Reese Mello.
Reese's playing dirty out here. Clearly, Reese's is one of my favorites.
Look,
But
exactly.
I'm gonna use a different one. Like this has been my new groove lately. Like I don't know what made me pick up a Twix, but they got a cookie and cream joint.
Ooh, that sound good. That sound
Slap is
good.
in a blue wrapper.
Oh, that's crazy. And you know what
All
else
right,
is good?
I shouldn't have been that excited.
Look.
I should not have been that
That's okay.
excited.
No, be excited.
All right.
You know what else is good?
What?
White chocolate Kit Kat. White chocolate Kit Kat is fire.
White chocolate is elite.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. That's a great question.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So for my off the dome,
Mhm.
right? We're in the season of traveling. It's the summertime, or it's the spring/summertime, and there are a lot of different modes of transportation, right?
Mhm.
Now and you're not, you don't know where I'm going with this.
Okay,
So
okay.
when it comes to traveling, there are plenty of different types of ways to get to where you're going, right?
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, if you were able to gain the power of transportation,
Mhm.
would you rather learn how to fly or teleport? If you got to think, I could give mine if you need a
Teleport
second.
because I don't like heights.
So, yes, exactly. Me too.
I mean,
And not only do I not care for heights, but like I understand going the scenic route and all that. It's
Yeah.
cool, but I just want to get there. Like at the
Yeah.
age I'm at now, let me just get there, do what I got to do, check in, go to,
and maybe this is like my inner blurb jumping out. But when you say fly, you mean like physically fly?
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I assumed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah,
Oh,
for
okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't mean like wings or nothing like that. Like I'm literally talking
you-
about like you're Superman and you can fly. Yeah.
Nah,
No.
I'm good on that shit. Teleport though,
Yeah,
but I'll do it.
Here.
I'll do it on some player stuff. I don't want to be like Nightcrawler and that shit like that. I want to like TVA. Give me the, I can just walk through.
But see, that's not power though. That's
With-
that's like machinery.
with my bags. I just
Like-
I'm on clothes.
Look,
I want to take my drip with me.
I mean, of course. Listen, as long as you touch something, it'll teleport with you.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, all you got.
okay.
Hold
So
your bag.
I just take my bag with me. All right,
Yeah.
cool. That's what's up.
Get you a duffel or something.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Absolutely teleporting. Let me get there and let's kick it.
It's easy.
Yeah, man. That was off the dome.
But yeah, people, that was off the dome. What is your favorite remix, Candy?
And would you rather learn how to fly or teleport? Let us know.
OS gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk? We got some topics here this week.
Absolutely.
Let's start here first. I'm gonna start light.
Okay.
Eminem,
Mm.
God MC, Marshall Mathers, has dropped a new single and a new visual to go along with that. What's the name of the song again? I forget.
Houdini.
Yes, Houdini. Johnnie.
Mm.
So
First of all, let's just shout out Eminem.
Mm.
Where do I begin with this? So first of all, Eminem has an album coming out called, and I believe it's titled "The Death of Slim Shady." So
Okay.
we'll start there, right?
okay.
with the song Houdini, it's a play on his older song Without Me. At least that's how the song starts, right?
Yeah.
So I understand the route that he's taking, and this definitely sounds like vintage Eminem, like Eminem back from the Slim Shady Marshall Mathers LP period. So I get it. I understand where his mind is in making this song, right? Also, same thing with the video. It's basically a remix of the Without Me video. Guess Who's Back, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Dr. Dre is in it. He's in the Eminem Robin suit.
Okay.
Like it's pretty much the same thing, just the aged Eminem basically, and Dr. Dre and all that kind of stuff. So, so I understand it. Now, as far as the song itself, I don't know if I want to hear early 2000s Eminem in 2024. I don't know. And I don't think this Houdini track was the best way to put a single out to promote the album. I'm not, I don't know. I'm not a fan. I don't think I'm a fan of it. Yeah. It's it's just, I don't know. It's almost cringeworthy. Not quite, but it's almost there. It's almost there. I see your face.
Trash. Basura. Garbage.
I was trying not to
listen,
say
man. Listen. I know you skated around it.
I did.
That shit is ass.
Damn.
and that's the thing about Eminem, right? I've always been a fan, but not a fan of that. And that's what it makes it hard when we had these conversations, because like this is the medicine, this is the candy that he put in the medicine, right? Like, I mean, the medicine he put in the candy, right? No. I heard the wordplay. Like, no, get this shit. No, I don't want to hear this.
And that's so the wordplay was okay. So as a whole, the song is not that great. Now, the beat is trash. I'm not gonna lie to you. The beat is trash.
What else?
The beat is trash. But I understand, like, and again, I'm more of a technical fan of rap when it comes to that type of thing, right? So, his cadence and how he attacks the beat, like I like that, but the beat is trash, so it's hard to really get into.
This is the thing, right? And when we had these conversations about lyricists and why they pick these beats and all that, Eminem had a choice. He went in there and chose that. Like, it's different. Like, I just want to get like this Alchemist or this Jay Dilla style beat to enhance what I'm saying. No, you chose Barnum and Bailey fucking circus music to rap over, and now I'm supposed to be okay with it. No.
I mean, the cover art did look like a circus.
Yeah,
it did.
Yes. I mean, Houdini, I heard it. I heard everything. Listen, for a nigga that listens to Sexy Red when he's outside, listen, I hear what she's saying. Listen, she ain't saying nothing. So the fact that
she don't even be on beat.
Listen, and now that we got a person that actually says something, listen, I heard it.
You heard it, but
I heard it.
But what did I hear?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And then like he was in this vintage Eminem, I'm taking shots at Pop Star's bag, and then people were maybe upset about the Megan Thee Stallion thing. I didn't think that deeply into it. Some people have just in the current space. Like Megan's kind of one of the people you shouldn't talk about.
I mean,
that's what it feels. That's what it feels
like regarding everything that happened around, the whole circumstance, situation. Right? I get it. I get what you're saying.
But I personally don't feel that way. But
I need people to understand it wasn't a jab at Meg. It wasn't a jab at Meg. He was actually saying in a bar that he would like to get a Meg feature, but he had to make it quote unquote clever.
If he said that he wanted to smash Meg, would this have been okay? Because most male rappers just say that, and then it's kind of it flies under the radar.
I think because it's Eminem. I was going to say because I think it's Eminem. I think it's cool, but again, I have to think about the time that we're in now.
Yeah,
I don't think it's okay for somebody just outright say that, especially about someone not calling Megan Thee Stallion sensitive, but somebody that has had a situation surrounding her, and now everybody is sensitive around Megan Thee Stallion as a person and a brand based on what happened.
Yeah. It's more so like I think it's to protect black women argument, but I mean, listen, we want Eminem to do that. I don't know.
I mean, it was a bar, okay? Like it wasn't anything malicious. He was not attacking Meg. It was just a creative way to say, hey, I would like a Megan Thee Stallion feature, but do you think I would have a shot if I attempted the feat? Like literally, that's all he said. It's just a clever way of saying, hey, let me get this feature about you. That's it. That's it.
That's the only thing we're talking about with this song too.
Yep.
That's so crazy.
Yep.
That is
That's it. Because
insane.
not a good way to start the rollout of the album. I'm not gonna lie to you. So yep, we'll see. So, I guess this doesn't make you any. This makes you a lot less excited for the album.
Absolutely. Like, listen, come on, man. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, listen, thing. I'ma listen, but that's gonna be the first thing. That better be the intro, so I can skip it.
That better be that shit. Gonna be like track
that's
4.
It's
gonna be track 4.
It can't fit within the scheme of the album. And I'm gonna like it later. No, it's not one of them.
So it either needs to be the very first song or the very last
bonus
song.
track.
Oh,
bonus track.
Damn, a deluxe already?
Yes, get that shit to the end. Get that shit out of here.
Or maybe it won't even be on the album.
Now, if this was 2006, it would have went up. That shit would have worked.
It probably would have sounded better.
That right? Our ears would have not known it was bullshit and kept listening to it.
Ears wouldn't have been mature.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, you can go away with that.
Yeah, shout out to Eminem.
I guess, man. But shout out to Eminem. And then speaking of rollouts, man, Drake is still in a rollout of his life. I don't know what's going on over there, but of his life, ever since like that, it's been a long 8 weeks for Aubrey. I don't know if it's been 8 weeks, but we gonna say it's 8 weeks.
Right, we'll say it's 8. So, we in June.
Yeah, right. It's been a long 8 weeks, man. So now Drake reference tracks have dropped, and it's been. I don't know if it's been quiet, but it's definitely been, in my opinion, I think it's a little damaging, but we'll get to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he has an apparent party door next door track that was reference track, and then there's a Vori reference track as well. 2 very, very popular Drake songs from his 2018 album Scorpion. Johnnie, what you got for it, bro?
I don't know why people don't. I don't know why people act like they don't know how the music industry works. Like, especially when it comes to non-hip hop songs. Let's stick with that, right?
Yeah.
People do reference tracks for other artists all the time. All the time. It's like it's a way to potentially hear how the song could sound, and then you give it to a particular artist, and they put their own sauce on it. Drake is no exception. Drake is literally no exception. So I understand the whole, he's a rapper and all this kind of stuff. Cool, I understand, but Drake doesn't only make rap music, and I would say that Drake has made more of other genres of music throughout his entire career, if I'm being honest, than just rap. So why is this? I don't understand why this is such a big issue now. I'm like help me out, because I would
say there's more of his more popular hits aren't hip hop centric, but he
has
made more rap music. He still should be considered a rapper, I would say. His hits.
Okay. So I'm not mad at that. Even if that's the case, the biggest songs are not hip hop centered, right? So what's wrong with them having reference tracks? Especially if they have a lot of melodic tunes orchestrated around it. Like, what's the issue with that?
Well, you're asking a rhetorical question, because you know why rap is considered to be one of the purest art forms, because the artist actually writes their own
for
lyrics.
Sure. But I think, now you correct me if I'm wrong, but the reference tracks aren't to like the rap songs, right?
No, Mob Ties is very much a rap song.
Oh, well, then we have a different argument then.
See, you didn't pay attention. Rory gave a reference track for Mob Ties, which is one of probably his best songs on Scorpion. He's talking a lot of gangster shit.
Oh, well.
So that's the biggest thing. No, nobody cares about the P&D track. No. Yeah, there's a Party Next Door gave Drake a song. Whoop-de fucking do. No, we got to discuss Mob Ties, because you were talking heavy on there. And that's the issue. And just thinking about reference tracks and rapping in general, I think when the producer became more of a super producer, right? Like Kanye has given tracks to Jay-Z, like Lucifer, like that was a Kanye concept. And Jay-Z took it and, but he gave it to Jay-Z in that space, right? Because we seen the Fade to Black documentary. They're in the studio,
right?
And he's pretty much saying the chorus, but you rap the verses.
Well, yeah, okay.
So reference in that space, right? And just even on a recent interview with Cool and Dre, they were talking about how New York was a reference because they came up with the hook and they gave it to Ja Rule. So,
but see that, but like you just explained, that's the difference, right? If you have a produced track, right, like a produced beat, and somebody puts a hook on it, and the verses are empty, that's just giving somebody the verses to write. But in this case, the actual verses were written.
I wouldn't say for Mob Ties it wasn't written, but it's like the whole concept of it. You made it seem like it was something that it was original. It was something that you came up with. Vori pretty much gave you the hook and some of the cadence of the verse and even some of the verse. Like it's like plug and play.
Oh, okay. Well, so even with that, I would imagine most of the hip hop industry, especially like I would say from maybe like the 2000s forward, it's how a lot of the hip hop songs are made. Now, not necessarily saying there's a reference track or something that's pre-recorded, but it's people in the studio all the time saying, "Oh, maybe you should try this melody or something like that," and then you plug in the words based on the melody. Like I feel like that type of stuff happens all the time.
No, it does. But why is it such a thing when it comes to Drake? That's the question. Because this isn't the general industry practice that we're talking about with most top level MCs. No, we're talking about Drake.
We're talking about, yeah.
That's the problem. That's why we have to have this conversation, because Drake is considered to be the king of this shit.
Because
and if he's the king of this shit,
why is he not
it should really feel like 90% of your music comes from your pen and your pen only.
It should
feel like that. But for you to have sustained this type of longevity and I would say consistency, for 15 years, 15 plus years, right? You have never taken a break. Something must be said of that.
But I mean,
like your pen doesn't work that way.
Well,
okay, did he write all them dance songs? Like, I'm listen, man.
Probably not. And I would expect the dance songs to have reference tracks, especially like you just said, like you just stated, for Drake to have been so consistent through 15 years. Yeah, like people are going to feed him melodies, feed him cadences, feed him, like, yes, because how else can somebody be that consistent for that long? We see J. Cole, we see Kendrick Lamar, we see how these type of artists take time to construct their projects, right? We don't have that with Drake because Drake is constantly putting out music. So yeah, like somebody's going to be feeding him something.
So the OVO sweatshop is a real thing, right?
Probably.
Okay.
And that, to me, that's not surprising to me.
Okay.
At all. Because again, how else would he be able to sustain for this long?
So let me ask you this. This is not damaging because it's Drake. If it was somebody else, you'd probably take it like, oh my God.
Yes, because if this were to come out about Kendrick Lamar, all right, we got a problem. Only because how long it takes for him to, whatever his creative process is, to make music, put music out and stuff like that. But again, this is every year.
But it seems like somebody at OVO don't like Drake. Because why is this being leaked? Because this is the thing, right? On Family Matters, which I listened to earlier today when I was listening, because there's no bias here. He accused Baby Keem of writing for Kendrick.
Yeah.
I ain't heard not one reference track from Baby Keem come out over from whatever Kendrick Lamar's label is.
PG Lane.
Yeah,
but
I ain't heard nothing.
Even if that was the case, let me see how I can phrase this.
Okay.
Even if that was the case with Baby Keem
writing,
let's just say writing. What's the difference in that versus what's happening with Drake?
Proof.
Okay.
No proof. Listen, how you gonna sit here and call the pot calling the kettle black?
Nah.
And then all this shit coming out on your side. Party Next Door is an actual artist that actually got songs that people like.
Right. Right.
And he gave you Ratchet Happy Birthday, which I think is a very trash song, but I'm not the one using it for my reels and birthday shit. So shout out to the women that do.
Birthday shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man,
You know what I'm
look,
saying?
I think what I really think the masses as a whole, just as a whole, put Drake on such a pedestal as an artist, right?
Yeah.
That the fact that these reference tracks even leaked, that's a whole nother
that's
that's
what
a
I'm
whole
even
nother
getting
thing.
to. Yeah.
But the fact that we
them.
have proof of reference tracks and Drake is the caliber of artist that people put him at, I think that's what's got people so up in arms, got people so upset, because how is it that I trust you as such a great hip hop artist, you putting out all these hits that I love, that I dance to, that I write my captions to on IG, and you didn't even write this stuff?
As long as you don't go in the Songwriter Hall of Fame, I don't care. But it's just, but just thinking about what Drake is as an entity, right? He's one of the first artists that we had that's been this big and that's been like in the hip hop space. And I think that's the part that's weirding a lot of the purists out.
If Drake was only labeled a pop artist, this wouldn't even be an issue. This would not be an issue at all.
Well, he came into the game as a rapper.
No,
and he still raps.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Scary Hours just happened. Scary Hours was amazing.
Yes.
Now, if somebody if a reference track came out about them,
did it?
I'll be hurt. I'm like, But this one wasn't so bad. But then again, I think we just been reprogrammed and reconditioned to accept Drake for what the fuck this is. Not even just Drake, just what this is.
And I mean, again, yes, is Drake a great rapper? Yes. Do I personally consider Drake a rapper? Like, it's
depends on the day.
But depends on the day, because there's such a great mixture of genres that he's put out throughout the course of his career.
Yeah.
Great music overall, but I don't solely consider him just a rapper. So I personally consider him a pop artist.
So he's in the Kanye space.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Because I consider Kanye to be a bigger artist than the genre.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And well deserved.
Yeah.
But I mean, people just be wanting to be mad because why? Does it matter? Doesn't matter. Y'all still gonna dance to the slaps anyway. But then again, maybe the beef with Kendrick Lamar put a different type of lens on Drake's career.
Well, let me ask you this, and maybe this will be the last question, because we can stay here all day. I think that if Drake, if people didn't consider him the best rapper, that's the problem with this. Like, it's hard to compartmentalize this.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Because his fans, the Drakenites, the Aubrey Angels, whatever we call them, right? They will say he is the best rapper. And for us to sit here and put him over certain people, and you have these out there. Even him being a pop star, right? Your pen should be your pen. I don't think you should be out here doing all this if you're a rapper by heart. You're a rap, right? Because Aubrey, when he wants to rap, clearly could be a good rapper. I'm not sure if he'll be this big though.
I can see that.
No, Drake at his core is a backpacker rap. Let's stop that right there. Like, okay, he went. He'll be okay. He'll be out here, but I don't know if we will be talking about him like this.
No, because
this nigga was rapping of Wapale Closer when he came out, bro. Stop it. Let's not even do this one.
So okay,
he was rapping over Little Brother beats. He would not be here.
Facts. So you're saying if Drake went solely the hip hop route, like J. Cole,
yeah,
do you think he would be as big as J. Cole?
I think I would say yes, but we're talking about him being in the stratosphere beyond J. Cole and Kendrick, and that's where it gets tricky. It gets tricky because of the pop.
He's transcended rap and hip hop. Okay, I got you. But again, I think people, because the people hold him to such a high regard in rap, pop, whatever. The fact that these reference tracks comes out, it makes them question their own loyalty or whatever towards Drake.
No, don't
And
question me,
and
'cause I accepted it a long time ago.
What-
Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been there.
I've always known as well, but I mean just as a whole, right? Because it's a lot of people upset at this.
Yeah,
a whole lot of people.
And most likely like academics and shit.
See?
Like, because Mob Ties, he was talking so greasy. And just to know that this wasn't even your brainchild. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, what's okay.
And it was because in the midst of the beef, that's why Mob Ties is supposed to hit. And then to know that that was actually a song that your man's wrote or came up with, or he had a reference track, that kind of steps on the product a little bit.
I guess I'm just confused because what's the difference in a producer just giving you a beat with a hook on it?
Vori is an artist. That's the problem. Vori could have had that song and it could have been his.
And he
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And he chose not to use it, so he gave it to Drake. And then Drake,
because Drake probably got him signed. What you mean? Like Party Next Door. Party Next Door don't give him songs because he want to.
All right, give me the let me get that, and we saw what it did. Look,
because I'm in the beef right now. Let me have Mob Ties. What are you talking about?
My question is,
you can't let that let him
what's
slide on it.
What's the problem with it?
Because he's in a beef with Pusha T, and then you take a song called Mob Ties and now it's not yours. That is a problem. So now we have to question your beef songs. That's what I'm talking about. You try to sidestep it. No.
Hey man, listen, it again for Drake's entire career, he's been handed or he's been taking tracks for himself to really, get off on. That's how he's been able to sustain.
That's why the Weeknd shot your house up.
Why? Whole nother story, but yes. Why not do the shit when it's beef time?
Oh, that's crazy. But
because Pusha T had him scrambling.
He's an elite
just like
rapper.
Kendrick Lamar did.
He's an elite level rapper. That's what they say.
Listen,
I think he's a great rapper.
Listen,
when it's beat time and you taking reference tracks, oh no, bro.
Because he throughout his career, he ain't had the time to really sit and write hits like that back to back to back to back. He ain't had time for that. So hey, I hear something I like right there. Give me that because I'm in wartime. I'm finna use this. And you got me on here caping for Drake. Ain't this some shit?
Mob Ties is crazy.
That's nuts.
That is crazy.
Hey man, look, if it's fire, it's fire. If it's fire, then it's fire. Hey, Drake got an ear for this shit, right? Oh, I hear that in the other studio. What is that? Ivory? Nah, this ain't even yours no more, my boy. Give me that. You heard what Pusha T said the other day? I need this right now. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Shit.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
Drake, really? All right.
I know, right?
Damn, I'm OVO now.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm OVO.
OVO Johnnie.
OVO. Look at that.
Hey man, let's try this. Let's get to another time. All right. So there's still blowback from the Apple Music Top 100 album listing. Famed producer out of Atlanta, JD. Some may know him, some may not. Jermaine Dupri actually had a quarrel, a beef, I would say, with some of the R&B placement on this list. Most notably, Confessions and What's Going On by Marvin Gaye were misplaced in his eye. He said R&B was disrespected. Johnnie, simple question: do you agree?
I think it's let me see. I think it's deeper than that, right? Because I think we can attack it from two different points.
Yeah.
Disrespected in terms of what's already on the list. I say yes, absolutely. And we talked about this last week, right? Confessions being at 95, something like that. Marvin Gaye was what? 17, and then Blonde at 5. So that in itself, right? That in itself is just all the way disrespectful. Yeah. And then we also talked about our R&B albums that we thought should have been on the list, right?
Yeah.
We mentioned Isaac Hayes. We mentioned Isley Brothers, Alicia Keys. Did we mention Alicia Keys?
No. I think
I might have heard somebody talk.
She brought that up, that she felt that songs in A minor could have been on there.
And I actually agree with that. I agree with that. Songs in A minor was phenomenal. It still is phenomenal, right? So, and that's just that's 3-4 artists that we mentioned. So was R&B disrespected? Yes, I guess I do agree
Oh,
from both facets.
okay. I don't know, man. It's just this is when we having these conversations about music is how it's art interpreted. I mean, interpreted. So
Mhm.
I don't know how to feel when you have all these other artists from other genres. I didn't see too many like Carlos Santana or nobody like that on there. So it was
True.
really only American really artists for real. I mean, well, the Beatles, but
Mhm.
I didn't see. I don't know. I didn't see like too many international artists, and I know
We ain't
they
seen
have.
Still on there.
Yeah, I mean, they had Adele on there. You know what I'm saying? They had the Beatles. They had who else was on there?
That's
Like
enough.
international flag. I mean, well, can't Drake technically. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of that. I ain't seen no Ricky Martin. I ain't seen none of that. I ain't seen no Beethoven.
Definitely
no,
ain't seen
no
no
classical albums. Like
Beethoven.
what they got albums?
That's
They
hilarious.
got albums. I bet no, whatever got the overture on it. Whatever got the dun 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 dun. dun did he do that or was that Bach? I don't know. But listen, let's
Both
talk
of them
about it.
shit, like-
You know what I'm saying?
Sebastian Bach, Beethoven. Hell yeah.
I know.
Versus who will win? Looking at-
But no, I'm just saying, it's so hard to have this conversation. But do you think that Confession should be 95? Fuck no.
Absolutely
Like, now, if it was like, now say if it was on the top end of 50, do you believe, like, let's say top 25, top 30, would you be okay with that?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that.
Okay,
I'm
but
absolutely
95
is crazy.
is crazy. Yeah, especially when it's Fragos.
Right, right. With Blonde again, not even Channel Orange, but Blonde at 5.
Man, you could put Nostalgia Ultra in there. Bitch, I'd have been okay, but it's a
See?
mixtape. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah, that's.
And
crazy.
if that's the case, they should consider. Oh no,
What?
this wasn't an R&B thing. I'm thinking that I was like, why the Weeknd went on here if they putting that like that type of R&B on there?
But what Weeknd album would you put?
I don't know.
Oh, okay,
Maybe Starboy. I don't know. That's the only one that came to my mind. That's the only one I know.
I heard a lot of people talk about what
Starboy was
House of Balloons.
No, that was the mix. That was the mixtape with. I mean, not the mixtape with, but it was a mixtape alongside with Nostalgia Ultra in that era.
Okay,
so
gotcha,
those are mixtapes.
Okay. But yeah, listen, man. JD not wrong. Hell, Mariah Carey.
I mean, well, shit, what album would you put in there, Mariah? I know, right? It wasn't no Whitney Houston in there either. Bodyguard was in there.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we gotta have that conversation. Nah.
What album would you?
It wouldn't. What Music Box?
What's the joint where she made her comeback? We Belong Together. What album?
The Emancipation of
Mimi. Yeah,
that could have been 95, and I'd have been okay with it.
Right, because when that came out, people thought her career was over, right?
She was out here cooked in the streets,
and for her to be able to make such a comeback the way that she did and like really sustain it after that was phenomenal, right? So hell yeah, she could have. But she could bet 100.
And I think like we said last week, I even said that I was like Marvin Gaye at 17 is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I said that right immediately. I was like, yeah, like that's nasty.
If we absolutely got to keep Marvin Gaye, Frank Ocean, and Usher on there, we just got to switch.
Oh well, Marvin Gaye goes top. Wherever Frank Ocean goes
for sure. Frank Ocean goes to 95,
and then Confessions can be 17.
And we good. We wouldn't have a quarrel.
You see how we did this?
Yeah,
it's simple,
easy. See, y'all need us on the list committee because what is y'all doing? What is y'all doing?
I don't know, man. It's speaking about Confessions, man. Let's just slide this in here, man. I gotta eat a little crow because I was talking shit, not Johnny. Me, baby. I was talking all this shit about the BET Awards. Now, listen, they didn't spent the block and just said, "Hey, Usher's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award." So, what do we even have to say about that?
Listen, last week you were saying who would they even give it to? This is like the only candidate right now. Like, this is the only person that it makes sense. This is the only person that makes sense.
That's why this is my man. We can disagree about Drake, but we can come back around.
It's true. It's true. It's true as hell because who else at the moment that they haven't given one to already?
And it's crazy to believe that we sit here and watch Usher's career flourish over the past, well, obviously his whole career is 30 years plus, but the past 20 with the BET Awards. Because remember when the BET Awards first came on, it was prime time. Usher was there every year,
for sure,
debuting. Like between him and Beyonce, they was just in and out. So to see it, I think is great. I mean, Usher's definitely well deserving of every flower that he gets. It's just kind of crazy to sit here and think about it. I was like, damn, who was they gonna get? Now they got Usher.
I know. And I'm looking at some of the past recipients, right? We got Whitney Houston, Prince, Queen Latifah, Anita Baker, Mary J. Blige, Lionel Richie, New Edition, and Busta Rhymes. So, like, when you think about a lineup like that, right? Who today, thinking about that lineup, who else really is even a candidate?
The only person I gave an example last week, I said Teddy Riley, but I mean, we're kind of scraping. Not to say Teddy Riley's not deserving, because he's so influential to the R&B genre, inventing New Jack Swing or being the forefather of it. The production, his hand in 2 different groups, like he's well deserving.
Absolutely.
So that's the only person that I could think of, because I wasn't thinking they was gonna go get Usher. Like, my mind completely went away from that because I felt like Usher was too busy.
But okay, so I mean that point makes sense, but also on the other side of that, Usher has been prominent in the media, like the last how many of years of his residency, and doing the Super Bowl and on tour right now, like,
and the album coming out and all that. So it's kind of like
it's time.
They needed.
See, look,
BET needed this one. I don't know if Usher doesn't need any more accolades because he's already cemented, right? 95 greatest album of all time.
And Louis the Keys, they could be saving Teddy Riley just in case they can't think of nobody.
Man, look, it's gonna be one of them years we like, woo, like who we got now?
Shit, it might be next year.
It needs to be like, because I want to give Teddy Riley his flowers when he's able to kind of still see, like, Keith Sweat still out here performing. Get Keith Sweat to do his song. Johnny Kip, may rest in peace. Somebody who just got paid. Like, I'm saying, like,
so okay, so I want to ask you this, right? So with the Lifetime Achievement Award, they have people to come out and perform the recipient songs.
Yeah.
Who do they get to perform Usher songs?
Well, listen, Chris Brown has been X from every like any tribute show that has been.
Damn, right.
I mean, but it's kind of like
he could have did it the whole tribute himself. Honestly,
pretty much.
Damn, that's wild.
Like, that's not. I mean, Chris should be first on your list, and if you don't make Chris Brown go, I mean, if Chris Brown isn't available, or for whatever reason you don't want him there, I understand.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's gonna have to be like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I say maybe like a Luke James or something. He can do like Climax or something.
Okay.
Like, he's not the performer in that way, but the vocals are definitely there.
Gotcha.
So he can definitely get like a, one of those Usher, ballads off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't know too many other people though.
I don't either. I don't either. And does that speak to the state of
it always
male R&B right now?
It always speaks to the state. Like, what, Jacquees, EE up there? I don't know. Like, I don't. And maybe I'm just missing the boat.
Crazy.
Maybe Miguel can get Miguel.
Okay,
Usher have worked
I'm not mad at that.
Maybe Bruno's available. Bruno can do an Usher song, I think.
He could, but no, he's he's trying to pay off that $50 million.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be visible, baby. BT might throw him a little check, little 20, 30 piece or something.
Hey, it's all about marketing.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know what he has, but no, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, well, first of all, shout out to Usher.
Yes,
I mean, of course, here's the applause. Yeah, first of all, well deserved, of course. And I guess we'll see what the BET Awards look like just as a whole, because again, award shows like outside of the Oscars and the shit, even them have kind of been on a decline as far as production.
Hold on, I just want to say this to see Johnny's reaction.
Oh Lord!
So these are the performers right now, right?
God.
So we have Lotto.
That makes sense.
All right, we got Moody Long. We got Shabuzi.
Jesus Christ.
We got Victoria Monet.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
We got Glorilla, and we have Sexy Red.
Those are only performers, like for the whole BET Awards
right now.
Who the hell is Shabuya?
Shabuzi.
Who is that?
I think he's a country artist, if I haven't been mistaken.
Oh wait, is that that's the black country?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I ain't know his name.
Yeah, it's Shabuzi.
All right, shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
But Lotto, I expected. I'm really not mad at Victoria Monet. She been killing it. Glorilla makes sense, I guess.
But she's on tour. That's what's up.
Who, Glorilla?
Yeah, she on tour with me.
You sure right. I mean,
I guess.
quick pit stop.
Yeah, okay.
And say, you think Sexy Red bring out Drake? No, no.
No, this sexy red moment. Fuck Drake. This
Man,
sexy
what?
moment. Big sexy.
Oh
What you
my
talking
god.
about? I love it. I love it.
Real quick, I do want to say I see the glow, no pun intended, the glow in Glorilla's career, like from where she first started. Her music from then to now has definitely gotten better. Definitely something I can stomach now. Her new project that just came out with no bill on it, like that project is fire.
Yeah.
So I listen, shout out to her. She's starting to rap on beat a little bit more, so it's good.
I think the thing with this is we watch the artist actually had a development in front of our eyes.
Yeah,
That's the thing, right? Because Sexy Red is a little bit more tolerable. I'm not saying she's you know what I'm saying? Like she's going through artist development literally in front of our eyes, and Glow has done that too. Like she don't got the surgery. Like Glow is like our ratchet little cousin that we enjoy.
Facts.
Sexy is the ratchet little cousin that we don't want to be around.
But we still, we love her from a distance.
We love it. Like no, Shaquisha come? Oh no.
Yeah, it's cool. Listen, tell I say hello.
No.
Hug her for me, type shit.
But Glow come. All right, Glow can come.
Yeah.
She can actually come to the house.
That's
like,
funny. That's true.
No, we meet Shaquisha over at Granny house. Like we meet at the neutral spot.
That's right.
Glow can come here though. She got a little sense.
I like that. I like that.
I fuck with both of them though.
All right. All right. So since we're here, you want to talk about that Drake verse on the Sexy Red album? No.
Yeah, I mean, if you got something for it, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the song. I didn't enjoy his verse. If you want to get into the deeper Drake conversation on that, that's fine. But as far as a song,
no,
like,
the song
get that shit about
song was trash. That's
but hold on, it's crazy to sit here and say that Sexy Red's worst song. It's worse than Pound Town. Jesus Christ.
He's not wrong.
How?
He's not wrong. Because you don't rap on beat, man.
But worse than
no.
Johnny, worse than Pound Town.
Hey man, look. Pound Town was a hit to in the streets. This will not be. Well, let's just the elephant in the room, right? How did you feel about Drake rapping over the BL Drizzy?
It's cool that he owned it, but this is the first time you came outside since the Kendrick beef, and that's the funny part about it. When I look at you, when you see these two, you see two bad bitches, and it's just making it look funny. That's why I said the rollout of Drake's life is crazy, because the reference tracks, all the that stuff, it's just like the shooting at the house. It's just so much stuff going on with Drake. It's
crazy.
He probably needs to chill for something, and it's okay, bro.
I agree, and I actually feel the same.
It's nothing wrong. Like and the thing is, when he pops back out, come back out reggae Drake, and I promise you, all will be forgiven.
Anything other than rap, not gonna lie to you. Anything other than rap, and it's a slap. It's lit. But Drake is right back to where he was.
But if Drake can't save a trash song that's by Sexy Red, okay, then maybe both of these. Like, maybe he's not cooked, because I don't want to say cooked.
Mm-hmm.
You don't say an artist like Drake is cooked.
True,
but it's okay to sit down. It's okay to relax.
And which is what we thought he was going to do at the end of the last tour.
Yeah,
but he went on tour right again. So
with J. Cole, that's crazy.
Yeah. Speaking, J. Cole put out a not so savory verse too, but we don't even got to get into that. Yeah. Anyway,
hey man, what we here, man? Blur Top Blur segment.
Let's get it. I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. It has been a while. Blade rumors. There is some rumors out here, Johnny, that Mahershala Ali has left the Blade film entirely. Rumor, but there's some. It's like it could be some truth to it, because he's actually casted in the new Jurassic World film.
Okay,
which may conflict with his Blade schedule.
So
now that you have all those little nuances and things like that, what do you have to say about the Blade film that's supposed to come out next year?
If I'm being honest, I think I just want to ISO on you, because I know you got. Look, I've been trying my best these last two and a half years to shoot them bail, to give them grace, to have high hopes, to be optimistic. Shout out to Sounds of Blackness. This is what I've been trying to do for this Blade movie, because I am intrigued by it. But at every step, every turn, at every rumor mill, at every single inkling of news to come out about this damn movie, you have failed me, Marvel. You have failed Disney. Everybody involved. Y'all have failed. Y'all failed me. I was the one. Ralph been saying this shit. I've been trying to hold y'all up. I've been talking against my man on this shit. Cause I want this movie, damn. I want this movie.
I do too.
And Ralph wants it too, but he saw the smoke. He saw behind the smoke screen. He saw behind all the BS. He didn't call Mahershala Ali geriatric. He can't play Blade. No, he can play Blade. It's cool. He in shape. No, fuck it. Y'all wasting this man's time. This man is 50, close to 50. Just about.
Right now.
Y'all have wasted, I'm gonna say 3 to 4 years on production of Mahershala Ali's life when it comes to Blade. When we could have been had this movie was supposed to come out like 3 years ago, I feel like.
Bro, you know? I mean, now granted, we'll count 2020 as a loss. Even the writer's strike, we can put that in there too, right? Because that's part of this.
It is.
So it cuts 2 years of the life off of something. You know when Blade was announced?
2019?
2018.
This movie was announced.
I know it hurts. Let it seep in. Because I've been saying it. I want this film to be immaculate. I keep saying this because I stand on the fact that the first Blade, we can get into 2 and 3 and the nuance and how it may not be all that, but the first one, classic.
Absolutely.
You can watch that right now and be thoroughly entertained.
Absolutely.
And I felt like when they announced it, I just kept saying that there's nothing that they can do to recapture this gritty world and put it inside the family-friendly MCU. I'm sorry. And they have proven that by just shutting Wesley out. That's one. I always had a problem with that. 2, the lack of writing in phase 4 and 5. That's 2. 3 is just that you all haven't been able to pin a. How can you not write a Blade script? It's a vampire film. Vampire films are so simple. They're so simple, especially when the main character is a vampire hunter. It's easy. It's lit. He's half Blade. He's half human, half vampire. It's so easy.
There's so many reference tracks to writing vampire films.
That's the point, right? That's
so
the point.
Many. Van Helsing.
That's why like back
so
in now,
many.
granted in '98, I didn't know Blade was a comic book character, but I just knew that there was plenty of vampire films that I had seen. I was like, oh, my nigga playing one. I'ma watch this. Turns out he's a hero. That's what's up.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Now we ain't gonna do that.
I'm just saying.
I like that.
It's reference.
I love that film. But
I'm saying you can pull from references throughout the movie industry.
Reference tracks.
Yes, absolutely. It's reference tracks for everything. It's there. Hell, take from the original Blade trilogy. Like, do something. I know you want to try to tie it into the multiverse and all this kind of shit. That's fine. And you gotta try to tie it into Eternals too, because the after credit scene. That's cool. But there are plenty of references for this film. And now it sounds like this movie's not even going to happen.
You know what's so crazy? They could just make this film its standalone film, right? I mean, obviously it's going to be a standalone, but when I say that, I'm talking about the nuance of the character. It doesn't have to have any connectivity or anything to the larger MCU in a whole until you get to the fucking after credit scene. That's usually how it should work, right?
It's true.
Like, it don't have to be one Easter egg in here about the Eternals. It doesn't.
It don't.
It can start right in 2028 whenever this movie come out, and Blade is out here kicking niggas' ass on the street. I just want that.
So okay,
he don't need no Shang-Chi crossover. I don't need to see Doctor Strange. I don't want to see no Avengers.
Well, the
Rhodey better not show up.
The fact that
Rhodey go catch these hands.
The fact that you said that it was, I don't know if this is a rumor or what, but it said that season 2 of Moon Knight is supposed to set up the Midnight Suns, and Blade is a part of that team.
Well, that's fine. It seems like we'll get season 2 of Moon Knight before we get Blade, the first film.
So with Mahershala Ali all but pretty much leaving this film, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they should just scrap it all together?
Yes. Blade could be better suited as a show at this moment.
I hate the fact,
or maybe No, I don't know. Blade deserves his big film. He deserves his film.
But
Maybe like the other Midnight Suns, like Ghost Rider or something. He can have a show.
I just I'm sad. I'm sad by this news because this is a movie that I really was anticipating this movie, and the fact that we've gone through like 2 or 3 script rewrites,
Maybe more.
Maybe more. We've had a couple directors leave. Like, it's been a lot going on with this film. Too much, to be honest. And I've really tried. I tried, but I
Somebody fan casted Whistler as Wesley Snipes, and I was like, that makes so much sense.
Who?
Whistler, like, you know, Blade's handler or Blade's the guy
yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got you.
Like, that could be Wesley. I was like, that makes so much sense. But
you would think, right?
But seeing that they only, 8 years apart, like, shit.
Damn.
Shit. How does gonna play my OG? He only
CGI. Hey man, hey, listen. Marvel is no stranger to CGI, so that I don't think that would be a problem.
This is crazy,
but it don't matter because Mahershala Ali ain't here no more.
Yeah.
Damn it, Marvel.
Well, I mean, it remains to be seen. We'll
see. You already said it's gonna conflict with the Jurassic World, and Jurassic World is a sure shot.
Now Jurassic World coming out.
He getting that money.
Jurassic World 4, as trash as it's gonna be, is coming out.
And to be honest, I'm not even mad at Mahershala for leaving because, again, they played in this man's face for too long. Like, why am I going to keep holding out for something that y'all can't seem to get right with a director or a script? Like, when I know I got this over here on lock.
And you talking about Academy Award winner too,
man? What? So, come on, man! Y'all,
you messing with my money?
Y'all playing with this man?
Let's try this out, and then we'll get up out of here. Giancarlo Esposito,
my man,
has been casted for a mystery role in the MCU. We don't know. We don't know. They keeping it under wraps, and that's what I appreciate.
Facts.
I love that. So Johnny, what you got to say for Giancarlo finally getting his MCU debut, bro?
Listen, we know it's not Professor X. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
We know it's not Professor X.
Not Magneto either.
Or Magneto. I don't think it got nothing to do with the X-Men.
Yeah.
Because I think from what I saw, they saw his stunt double on the reshoots of Captain America, the new Captain America. So I have no idea what character this could be. But am I excited? Absolutely. What's up?
Going off of the article and I think what you showed me, he looked like he was dressed like William Stryker. You know how the William Stryker get up?
Yeah.
Remember that outfit he had?
I do. Wait a minute.
He could be.
We talking about Weapon X and all that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That would make perfect sense because
he's not racial. He can be racially ambiguous.
He doesn't have to
fall into y'all like, oh, Professor X is this and Magneto is Jewish.
But that would make sense because Captain America is supposed to be centered around the celestial that's that's in the world or whatever, and that's supposed to be the source of adamantium. So that's fire. That's if that's the truth, round of applause.
I'm rolling with that theory.
That's super fire.
I'm rolling.
Oh, I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not now. As fire as that is, I kind of wish he would have like a bigger role. But again,
but listen, he could be Mephisto. He could be like,
I'm not.
They got him. They got the Beyonder. They got a whole bunch of other things. But for him to be ushered in so soon, especially to something that's ground level, I'm thinking it's more ground level.
Yeah. That's hard. That's fire.
That's the thing.
That's super fire. Oh, I'm not mad at that.
But
at all.
He's arguably TV's greatest villain. So you want him to have a bigger role.
And who's to say now this could just be like a cameo? It could be like a small role where later on, when X-Men are debuted in the MCU, maybe he does have a bigger role in the backstory of Wolverine and then whatever else they plan to do with adamantium throughout the MCU.
I love it.
Oh, that's fire. Okay. I'm not okay. Yay.
Well, we here for more Marvel content, especially if they go get it right.
Facts.
So
facts.
Hey, man. But now clearly we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for the people, bro?
Listen, if you're on YouTube, thank you for rocking with us this long. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the comment section. Let us know about any of the topics we discussed today.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you're on audio, You know what time it is. OS song of the week. I'm gonna be honest.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.